you're a couple of shots under par, and you're going to start thinking to yourself, do you protect it? Do you keep the hammer down and keep going? The reality is we're playing a short enough golf course today that it's not going to be that much stress and pressure. Past it. Okay, should be fine. All right, guys, we are off on an early tee time this morning. Oh, speed warning. A new series for you guys, new series for us. We are going to do a graduation series, a golfing graduation. I've talked a little bit about my struggles, mostly off the tee, but you know, not definitely had my game this year. And one thing I think it's a bit underrated to do to build confidence is to move yourself up a few decks. We're going to start ourselves forward. I think today we're going to play yellow tees. Okay, so 5,400 yards today, playing around Brampton Golf Club, my home club. Yeah, the idea being that we're going to have to break par to graduate to the next tee back, which is the green tees, then the white tees, and so on and so forth. So that is the concept of this new series that we've got. And hopefully along the way, we're building up the confidence, we're building up the game, hopefully a little bit quicker. And as we get obviously back into 62, 6,400 yards, should start getting a little bit tougher, certainly to break par from there. 105 says the pin is kind of on the right-hand side. Uphill, we probably want to play about a 120 shot. 120, just left of the stick, ball below the feet, should drift a little bit onto the flag anyway. It shouldn't be too bad. That's the right idea, certainly. A little treacherous, this first green. Really jumped out that fringe. Wow. Never got going whatsoever. It's always the dilemma. First hole, you know, you've not really get into the round yet. Do you chip one? Do you putt one? Probably, if anything, should have chipped that one. Just. Greens are rolling really, really nicely. When I was hitting a few balls in the practice area, I could see them out rolling them, which is nice. So yeah, definitely a hole like this one especially, we definitely don't want to be too many putts top side of the hole. The putter bails me out once again. It's just, it's been the theme of the year for me. At least I'm putting good. That's the one good thing that hopefully once the game comes around and we get the ball striking, not just under control, but really kind of thriving, I think the game should be in really, really good shape. Okay, par 5 or 55. See, this is one of those, Cody, where, to your point, you know, what do you hit? Do you hit something that just gets you, you know, down there? I think they've been downwind. I think this is hit the driver. This is try and get it out there where you've got sort of 170 in. Yeah, curious guys in the comments below, let us know, do you ever do this? Do you ever move forward a deck, and if you want to get your scoring game in order and get ready to sort of feel what it's like to get under pressure where you can maybe make a few birdies, get a good score going and try and hold on to it? I think we're always in such grind mode in golf that none of us ever really get that feeling, or we certainly don't get it enough. Moving forward a few decks is a great way to prepare yourself to score better. You're going to have more scoring opportunities, and you're probably going to get to a number that might make you uncomfortable. I really think that's important. So, you know, there's not tee decks based on just handicap and, you know, that type of thing. You can move around as much as you want. All right, let's see if we can send one down the left-hand side with a little fade. Or left. All right, I've seen it. Not great. It might be the luckiest break of all time. How far left are we? Just to give people context, we're talking about driver struggles. 40, right? So like I've tried to hit I'm trying to hit it down the left-hand side with a cut, and I've just turned it. Actually hit it not too bad. 183. It's turned over. I think we're just on the left side of the green. Maybe hopped off the back left. Yeah, so it's a really, really tough one, especially from the tees that we would play. Good drive leaves you probably 230. You're so tempted to go for it, but I mean, honestly, that pond's a magnet. I mean, really anything that gets over here, it's just going to all feed towards the hole, or should do. Come on. Not bad. Give yourself a little chance at it. 2 paces, times 2, -1, 3 inches from the middle of the cup. So this one should just be 1 inch outside the right. All right. It's been a while since we've had a 4-4 start at the Brampton Golf Club. That's nice. All right, nice little front pin here. Good par 3. We've just got about 94 yards to the stick. See if we can fly this one just right at the stick and stop it with a little bit of spin. I was going to say it should be perfect. It was right on our 94-yard number. Guys, the way I think about putting, it's easy enough to think about right edge, middle, whatever. I like to think of it like a clock face. So for me, there's a little right to left in this, but it's inside the hole, so it's a 5 o'clock putt. 6 o'clock's there, 5, obviously 4, 3. So I like to think of this coming in just nicely at 5 o'clock. Okay, we're off to a flyer. This is good. All right, 2 under through 3. This is the point. I keep saying this, I'm probably going to harp on about this. This is exactly why we're doing this type of series, because already you're a couple of shots under par, and you're going to start thinking to yourself, do you protect it? Do you keep the hammer down and keep going? The reality is we're playing a short enough golf course today that it's not going to be that much stress and pressure on the game. We're going to have a ton of wedges in. I knew even last night when I was prepping for the round today, today was going to be predetermined not by how I hit the long clubs, but it was going to be how did I hit my wedges. On the practice area before when I was warming up, I had the quad down. So my routine, my warm-up routine is I start at 25 yards and I hit every 5-yard increment all the way up to 100, 25, 30, 35. So I've got a 2-yard buffer. So if I go for 25, I can be 2 yards less or 2 yards more, technically a 4-yard buffer. But I do that all the way up. So it gives me a great feel for distance when I'm warming up, and it's really, really helped me. That's what I got from Braden. It's good. Okay, 3, 4, 4. What do we got? Map this out. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my little hybrid. I kind of felt coming into today, this round was gonna be, certainly this tee deck that we're playing was gonna be perfect for this little hybrid. Let's see. So we're looking for just something that peels off to the left a little bit. How does that happen? It's missed the fairway by an inch. An angry, angry inch. Well, positives are we're not going to have to worry about the spin. I think we saw in the last one kind of did rip back a little bit. The rough is just going to take that spin off of it. So we can play this one. This is 111. We can probably play it just shy of the number. Guys, I want to show you what happens. We've missed the fairway by an inch. I'm actually going to hit one also from here once we're done. And I want to show you the difference in numbers. All right, 111. We probably need to play this a 105 shot and allow for a little bit of that, a bit of a flyer. So I've got a 54-degree wedge. So that's quite a nice number for this one. Okay, send it up pretty good. Come check this out. Okay, that's spun at 4,100. I'm going to guess, if I hit this one crisp, I'm going to guess 10,500. So that was 10,269. Wild. That is wild. Just lost ourselves a quick 6,000 RPMs of spin just by being 1 inch in the rough. Anyone for a little nostalgia in the world? It's nice. When I saw it at 4,000, I thought that's way less than I thought it would be. I thought 7 or 8 would be what we'd probably get. Yeah, 1.5 foot outside the left, but it's all about pace here, guys. Cannot fall in love too much with the line. That did not move, Cody. All right, downhiller, clean it up, 2.5 feet. Oh, pulled that. That was a cheeky little pull. Happy with a 4, not an easy hole, even from that forward tee. Still not really that easy a hole, especially from a little tricky rough lie there. So I'll take a 4 and run happily. 291. Have a rip at this. It gets narrow, doesn't it, up there by the... And if we hit it up there 250, it's kind of the widest part of the whole thing is at about 250. Let's hit that little 3-wood. Get ourselves somewhere close. All right, let's just, don't need to melt this one. I'm just gonna try and hit something down the left with a little bit of cut to it. Ah. That's okay. I don't know if I'll get away with that. There's a tree over there. I think I'm going to be stymied behind it, but that's the type of stuff we've been struggling with. So the hard bit about this is not keeping it under the tree. It's where the ball wants to land is going to be in this stuff. It'll slow it down a lot. Let's just even get ourselves to the front edge. That's led it up okay. Just short of the bunker. I would say it's a pretty big strategic error to give myself a chance to have that one tree. If you look back in that fairway, the only place that really I couldn't have put it was behind that tree or in the heavy rough. Had lots going in our favour there, but that was a tough little shot. The ball was really sitting up in the rough, very wet. And when the ball's sitting so high like that, it's so hard to hit it low in the head. So I had to purposefully hit that about 5 yards further than I thought, or the distance was. I had to try and, feel like I was hitting it 5 yards further in order to get enough speed to get it there. Okay. Yeah, it's a tricky part of the course. I always think to myself, if I get through 6 holes here, 1 over or level, I'm pretty happy with the start I've made. Okay, short par 4, number 6. All right, let's see if we can just hit a little stingy 4-iron out there. Nicely placed. 200 or so. So much of residual scar tissue, like my scar tissue on this hole is, I get ahead of one and I neck it into the water or something like that. That's even that one there, I'm not really that comfortable. Probably the hardest approach shot on the course, I would say. A really tough green, super slopey left to right, and then it kind of has a ridge right in the middle of it. Stay there. That's what makes this so hard. I mean, that is so hard. I tried to hit that 125, I've hit it 122. As soon as it spins, the slope literally just rips it off the green. It's so difficult, man. I think anything inside 5 feet here will be really solid. Okay. 144. Back right pin, should just be a really nice number for a 9-iron. Into the big part of the green, left of this flag obviously. Not great. A decent amount of left to right in this one. It's a little bit uphill as well. That's it. All right, pretty easy par. Guys, focus way more on your speed than on your line. I mean, it's important to get your line right. I'm not saying it's not, but focus way more on your speed. That'll help you in the long run way more than your sort of left-right dispersion, making sure you get it close to the number. Okay, a little bit tricky here. Let's have a look at Arcos. Okay, now we want to probably hit something down there, 230-ish. Yeah, this is a tricky little tee shot. Playing this one forward doesn't really make it that much easier at all. Oh man, that left one's killing me today. You know, there's just, like I hit that club yesterday on the range. Ball speed was probably 144, 140 to 145, call it in that range. Even hitting it today, 132, 134. It's just something about the on-course. I can see, the minute I see my swing and my technique, I see where it breaks down. I can see the backswing, sort of, you know, the club works behind me too early. Sorry, the backswing works behind me too early. It's just technical flaws, but I have the hardest time with the first 2 feet of my backswing. All right, pins all the way at the back. There's a shot I almost see where like those, like take your chances to hit it through that gap. I mean, there's just loose twigs. Play something 150 that's going to allow it to just have something taken off it, kind of like bully a 9-iron through it. The next option is, the reason I'm even looking at that is it's no mean feat to hit it under that tree, under those branches for 130 yards. And that's a hard shot. Got through really clean. Okay, I hit a provisional. I didn't see where it finished. It might have went long. It's my only worry. It's just hard to curve out that rough. Okay. I think that was the right shot. I really do. I mean, it found the window, which was the right thing. It's wet and it's in a little bit of rough, so trying to get the cut spin on it was really, really difficult. Yeah, the first one must have went. Okay, super important up and down now. Didn't find the first one. We think it went a little bit long. Let's see if we can get the second one up and down. All stems off of a terrible tee shot though. Just puts so much pressure on your game. A little slick one. 2.5 times 2 is 5, minus 1 is 4. The right, 2 inches outside the right. Pace. Ah, it's annoying. 7. Yeah, we're going on to a par 5, the next one, so we're still trying to play that patient golf, but you know you've got plenty of chances. This one, 14, 17. So we've got 3 reachable par 5s. So we're by no means, you know, up against it to try and break par yet. Okay, just pretty straightaway hole. If anything, if we can fade one a little bit, it'd be great. Get the lefts today. Oh, I have the lefts, guys. All right, 205 to the greens crew. Goal number 1, don't hit them. So fly something about 140 in the air. Just going to fly about 140 and chase about 30. is what we want. We have 212 to the flag, guys. Yeah, something here that goes about 150 would be plenty. Just nicked the tree. We need to find a bit of ball striking consistency here. The round is getting more difficult, even off these front tees. The round is getting a little bit more challenging purely just because of the tee ball is not in good shape. Oh man. I flew at 139, trying to fly at 140. I just pulled it about 4 yards left. Up against it here, guys. I feel like every round has a little bit of this in it though. A bit of something where you're gonna have to just grind it out a little bit. Okay, pretty good. Shouldn't be too much in this one. It's down the hill a little bit, straight at it. Okay. Trying hard not to over dramatize the tee shots in my own mind and make it into a bigger problem than it is. I've hit loads of good drives recently. Okay, let's gather ourselves here. Hole 10. All right, come on. New 9. New perspective to this tee shot. 3 wood, down number 10. Hey. Gonna try and pull another rabbit out of the hat here. Probably need to flight it low for like 120 yards. The ground will do the rest. If we can keep it below the trees, but with enough to carry 120, we should be good here. We've got a little window. Oh man. I don't think I've got anything here, to be honest. I'm gonna have to just chip it out. Oh, guys, this is the tee shots. This is exactly what I've been struggling with. All right, 60 yards. Not an easy shot off a downslope over a bunker. Well, guys, rain was not on the forecast today, and it's absolutely starting to come down. No umbrellas, no waterproofs. This is not looking great. All right, up and down, come on. Spiral. Oh, man. 4 over, from 2 under to 4 over in the space of 3 holes. 8, 9, 10. I mean, this is something, I never ever used to have doubles in my game, ever. And all of a sudden, because of these terrible tee shots, like I've started to notice like triples are kind of appearing like fairly frequently, which is just an absolute killer shot of a tee. 8 great looks at birdie on the way in. We just need to pick off a few of them, and we will do, starting here. 126. All right, that was a pretty good shot. So I had 126 to the stick. I flew at 128. A tad left to right, but not much in it. Oh, it just broke right there. Okay, 320. Ideally down the left with a little bit of cut. All right, that was a better swing. That was definitely a better swing there. I felt I had a bit more freedom through that one. Yeah, 110 should just be a nice little gap wedge. It's not a bad thing to be hitting a little bit less than a full shot, because with the greens being wet like this, we're getting quite a lot of spin today. Pulled it. 115, get down. Pulled it. All right, guys, as you can see, we've got a little recovery repair work we're doing to the fringes at Brampton. So mandatory is to take relief from the darker areas. If it's on the lighter areas, so the fringe on the other side, obviously completely fine if you just pan around that side, Corey. Like if the ball's lying on there, we're fine. But these are new areas that haven't quite bedded in. So I've just taken some relief off to the side. Oh, too low. Always too low. All right, 118 should just be just a little smooth gap wedge, to be honest. I would fancy this one gets around, gives us a look, certainly inside 15 feet, I would hope. $120 down. Got a pull in me today, don't I? I have a pull in me today. Okay, I've had this shot plenty of times. It is difficult. It can get away from you fast. I'm going to have to play it with the 59, just soften it a little bit. And as it falls off that little, it's got a little hill to go over. Should just trickle to the right. A little bit of spin. Landed about a foot short of where I wanted to. That was pretty close though. Time to get one back. If we get one back, momentum at least gets back on our side here. We need one back here. You were talking earlier about patient. We just ran out of patience. Better. Yeah, we're going to have a nice look at this, guys. That was a lovely drive. Okay, 153 to the stick, right in between an 8 and a 9. I'm going to go little 8. Got away with it. The minute I hit that, I knew it was so far left. Let's go and make ourselves a nice 2-putt. Got to work through it. That's exactly what this series is all about. This is a series of not by any means about perfect golf, or it's just about trying to work through the struggles that I'm having and graduate back, earn your way to go back to the next set of tees. The length is not the challenge of this at all, but it's a control thing. And right now, I don't have as much control as I would like. Okay, uphill, little right to left. Fairly slow, I think. Wow, that was way more right to left through the middle of that putt than I thought it was going to be. What did I not do there? Tour read. Guys, the reason pros talk about having a process and doing the same thing over and over is just repeating the steps that are going to lead to consistency. I've putted really decent recently and I've been tour reading every single green. So if you saw me in different greens, you'd probably see me do the same things over and over again. That's the worst putt I've hit in 6 months. So far left. Pace was good. I got the hard bit pretty good. All right, would we have taken a 4-footer for birdie on the tee box? Probably. Yes, Cody. Come on. 3 over. We got 4 holes to go. One more par 5. 15, not the hardest par 4 in the world. 16, not an easy par 3. 18 is just a hole that gives me fits. All right, 294. Really, really narrow little fairway. Do I have any club in the bag that can hit into that narrow entrance and feel good about getting it within 50 yards of the green, so hitting it 250? Like, I've been pulling my hybrid, pulling my 3-wood. I don't feel confident with either of those. See if we can just get something out there about 200 or so. It's the lefts again. It's amazing how difficult. At times it can feel so easy, but at times it can feel just incredibly, incredibly hard. 116, little 3/4 gap wedge. Fly, fly. I got it a wee bit thin, but we've got to look 2 inches outside the right. I like that. Good pace, let's go. It's going to enter just about 4:30 in the clock face. No! I knew it. Ah! Great hole. Really, really good hole. I think it's probably playing 154. Tricky pin placement all the way back. Short. Yeah, that was poor. Tried to hit at 150, hit at 141. I'd say normal circumstances, I'd be pretty happy with that outcome into this green, hit it in the middle of the green. We're just obviously trying to chase it down a little bit at this point. I think that was just where I was aimed, to be honest. You can never complain with a 3 in this hole. There's no such thing as a bad par down 16. Okay, 17 back into the wind, but it's short hole today. Yeah, nice little fairway finder. Not good launch monitor numbers by any means, but it was what it needed to be. Start left, fall right. Oh, weird lie. All right, position 8-1 plus. 129. Back into a little breeze. It's probably playing a little uphill. I think it's playing maybe like 140. All right, good time to find a good swing. 140. Like, I can't, there's so many times today I cannot argue with what the execution was, because that was exactly what I thought it needed to be. I had 126 to the flag, 129 flag. I thought I needed to hit it 11 more, and it was bang on. It's hard to be mad at yourself if you execute exactly as you tried to. You just get the math wrong. I mean, I probably had to carry that 8 more yards, and that's where it landed. I probably need to carry it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, probably 8 for a little bit of spin. So that was a 129 shot. I would have had to carry that 20 more yards. Get over it, Fraser. Tricky little shot. Okay, 59-degree wedge. Let's just see if we can get one skipping and then stopping up by the stick. Sit, sit. I think, to be honest, the weight came off the face. I think the face was wet. A little bit of a slope here. Definitely not 1%, that's for sure. 7, probably 7, 10.5. 8.5 inches outside the right. Come on, this one going in the side door. I didn't trust that it was as high as what I read it. I did not hit it 8.5. I probably hit it like 5 or 6 inches outside. That is unfortunate. I kind of do feel a bit robbed by that second shot. Yeah, that second shot. I feel like that is on another day. I feel like that's kind of up into the middle of the green. But as a member here, you know you don't mess with that front edge. I mean, you just don't. Like, I'd have been better coming up into basically the middle of the green and having a 25-foot putt back down. So it's one for the mental scorecard. And for as much as I've made a few bad swings today, I've probably made as many mental errors as I have bad swings, to be honest. Yeah, once I kind of reflect on it, I think there'll be some things to think of, because, I mean, well, it's easy to say it now, but like, I've probably been as straight with my driver as I have with any club off the tee today. I missed a couple left early on, but, you know, the two nice ones in 14 and 17 were perfect. If we hit it, see the cart in the distance? I think it's pretty much right at that. It feels so good with that club in the range too. The golf course is just a whole different challenge. But like you said, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to work through, is getting more comfortable with being on the course. Quite frankly, when I'm standing over these shots, I'm not thinking about where I want the ball to go. I'm still really thinking of, I need my swing to do this or be, you know, like swinging through positions, which is not good. That might have went too long past the white post, you know that. 126. Probably need to fly it. Winds are back a little bit. 120. Come on, let's finish with a bird. Okay, I think we got a little break there. It just crept over the bunker and then it kicked on down, so that was not a bad break at all. Got it about 7 inches outside the right. Let's get some good pace. Too left, too soft. Easy 4. Aye. Yeah, 3 over. 2 holes, 2 triples. Number 8, second shot. Just bizarre. That second one the first one just flew. We never found it. And 10 was mental mistakes, without a shadow of a doubt. Should have got that back in play on the green, out there with a bogey, no issues. Did I deserve to break par? Probably not. Good start, solid enough at the end. The middle was weak. Was not nearly as good as I wanted it to be. My game is honestly nowhere near on the golf course like it is on the practice area, which matters absolutely zero how it is in the practice area, but we're trying to kind of get that same comfort level and bring it over here. So a long way to go. 3 birdies, 2 triples, 3 over par. We have not graduated. We'll be back on the short course for next time, guys. But hope you enjoyed this series. It's just a bit of a journey of trying to get the game back, a bit of that redemption story, and you know, see if we can kind of find the right things. Cody and I were chatting about it on the way up here. Lots of mental mistakes as well. So as much as it is swing stuff and stuff we can improve with technique, I've got to make some better choices as well. I'll look back at this, at how many times I came up short. It feels like quite a lot. So we need to have a look at that as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you guys joining along. This is trying to be as truthful with you guys as we possibly can, and hopefully show the progress back towards playing the game at a level which I know I can play at. We're just not there right now, so stay along for the journey.